kind of mixed in, and you can still hear the water dripping. You can see that the chamber does kind of Y off, goes to the east and to the west, and you can see that as you look to the right, look to the east, it looks like it's barely has an incline that's going up, not much, but that's probably why there's the water's probably flowing to the left. It's not difficult terrain, nothing like that. It's just a very gradual slope going up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna head up and go to the right here.
Whoa, don't go too fast. I can only see so far.
How far does your torch give you?
I got about 20 foot of vision.
Okay. So that's probably close to the edge of what you can see right now.
Yeah, I can barely see the bike. I can see the outline of your body.
Alright. Looks like some kind of open up area that I guess it's a dead end maybe? Y'all want to move up and take a look? Dave, we can't hear you if you're
Sorry about that. As you ascend up to the top, this it's not a steep ramp. You get up to the top and it sort of like plateaus off, and you can see in this room here, it's sort of like a waterfall on the very edge of the room. And what I mean by waterfall is it's like a lot of, you could see that the roof is very heavily damaged because this roof is a mixture of the rough stone and the very polished stone, and this roof is cracked, and this is where the water is just kind of pouring in. And
we should probably not be here.
yeah, everybody give me a stealth check, really. Not a stealth check, but a perception check, please. Okay. Yeah, you guys are, as you're messing around with this in this chamber, kind of looking up at the crack, looking up at the ceiling, both Al and Brother Eco, you both feel something kind of grab around your feet because the water's a little bit deeper here. It goes up to probably about a little lower than your knee. And you feel, both of you kind of look at each other, and something just kind of emerges out of this pool. And it is a very dark gray, and as it starts to emerge out of the water, it's also emerging and kind of forming like this massive gray ick as it lunges towards you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and take a one round of surprise because you guys were not expecting it. You did not detect it. So this is you guys can look at it, and this is a gray ooze. All right. So I am going to go ahead.
Hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't my new shiny sword prevent us from being surprised?
If it does, it does.
Look at it,
I think it might prevent you.
Hold on.
Maybe your group. I'm not too sure. It's been a month.
What is it called here?
That's right, you did have that.
Yeah, the sword of warning.
While the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep.
Okay, so it doesn't
The
say
weapon
you and your
magically
group?
awakens you. Yeah.
Okay.
It says you and your group within 30 feet of you. Yeah.
Okay, that's very cool. So there you go. You just as this starts to happen, and you feel this starting to tangle around your boot, and you start to see this sort of sludge material ooze out of the cracks of the wall. Your sword really starts to grow brightly as a gray ooze is in your presence. So we'll go ahead and roll initiative, and I believe you get. You get advantage, or I know the whole group doesn't get advantage, but you'll get advantage.
I do too.
Well, yeah, you will because of your.
Yeah, I get advantage on initiative rolls. Yeah.
Oh man,
Even with advantage,
Harsh.
I'm rolling like crap. What the-
nice Al. Al knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, I did.
Very nice. Okay, so it looks like Al, you've got the jump. Your sword alerted you. You're ready to go.
Well, this thing's down at my feet. I'm gonna take my main hand sword and kind of just swipe down at it. See if I can get it away from my foot here. Let's see. See if I can remember how to do this. It's been a while.
No problem. Yeah, just you can attack a couple ways. Just take with your main hand. Just drop it on the token, or you can drop it on the ooze and a tracker, or you can control click it and then roll from the character sheet. Lots of different options for you.
Okay, so it said I hit with an 8. Is that right?
You do hit with an
Ooze
8,
is easy to
absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
you most certainly do. Yeah. You hits with an 8, sir. Okay, you hit the ooze piercing damage.
And then I guess I'm gonna smack it with my offhand sword also.
Okay. Now is your main hand? It's not magical, right? You're not using the. You're using just your main sword's a long short sword or what?
Yeah, I guess I didn't switch it over. I guess I'm just using my other 2 swords. So
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So if you had your. Okay, so I'm confused here. So where's your sword of warning?
It would still be on my belt. I just didn't draw it when I drew my 2 weapons.
Okay, so I don't think you would have really known that the blade was glowing then, would you?
Yeah, it says as long as it's on your person. It does. You don't have to be holding it in your hand. It just says when it's on your person.
Yeah, I don't like that gray area. Let's see, we'll let it go this time, but we'll have to think of something for that sword. You'll have to either have
Okay,
it
well, look at that, yeah.
have it out or something like that.
Yeah, it just says while it's on your person. While the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. That's all it says. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll have to we'll come up with a good medium there. So the short sword main hand, you plunge it into the ooze. That's you can hear it kind of deflates a little bit, and as you pull your blade out, you can see that the blade itself looks a little warped, and your sword is taking permanent damage. So you're going to get -1 to damage rolls for that sword. So instead of 1d6 plus 3, it'll be 1d6 plus 2. And we'll just put the bonus, just put the -1 modifier in the bonus box.
While my next round, when I attack with that hand, you mean?
No, it's permanent damage to the sword. Yeah, you pulled the blade out.
But
and
I mean,
it's-
my offhand isn't damaged, right?
No,
Just
no,
my main
no,
hand is
no.
damaged, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and you see this as you pull the your primary weapon out. You can see that it's kind of kind of smoking a little bit. Looks the blade definitely looks warped.
Okay. Then can I go ahead and stow that weapon? And then on my next turn, I'll draw out the other with my shiny sword.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Because you can stow or draw a weapon.
well, you
as
can
part
have
of
it.
your
I'll
action,
let you
so-
even have it in your offhand if you want. I'll even let you
Okay.
have if you want to have the sword of warning in your offhand. Yeah, because it's a short sword anyway.
Yeah, it's a short sword. Yeah, okay. I can. Okay, so how do I? Well, there's no bonuses to it, right? It's still just 1d6 plus 3,
Yeah,
right?
it's the same.
It's just a
thing,
magic
yeah.
property.
It is
right?
magic.
Okay.
Yep. It most certainly
Okay.
is magic. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna attack with that one then. Now, how do I change it on the sheet? Do I just change the name of it? I don't need to.
Yeah, I'll change it for you real quick while you're rolling.
Okay.
Okay, your sword of warning is it's glowing so bright, and you lunge it towards the slime, and it doesn't do anything. You miss it. You're kind of still stoked about looking over at your blade, seeing it warped a little bit. All right, so anything else for you?
I missed.
Yeah, you missed with a. Oh, I'm sorry.
20?
It was a no. You hit it. I'm sorry. I was looking at the 5. You rolled pretty quick for me.
Gotcha.
So
Sorry.
no, the 20 was a hit. So you did 5 damage, and when you pull it out, nothing happens to your sword of warning. So as you pull it out, it's just it doesn't look like the magic was affected by whatever type of acid or slime this gray ooze has. All right.
You're a new tank.
All right.
Yeah, all right. All right. So let's go to. All right. Let's see. All right. So behind there is another gray ooze that appears out of the the walls and the slime and out of the water. It just kind of like conforms into one being. That's right here. It appears behind Oddup, and this thing attacks Oddup as it takes sort of like a kind of whirls this slime up a couple times and lunges forward. It's like a Mr. Stretch or something like that. And it attacks Oddup, and he hits. Oh my goodness!
It's like one of those sticky hand things.
Yeah, pretty much on the rope. Yeah, exactly. So Oddup, he takes some bludgeoning damage, and then you can see that as the bludgeoning pseudopod hits Oddup, he's splashed with acid, and you can see that it's splashed up on his neck, and you can see that smoke is coming off of his skin, and you can see that he's taking damage from the acid as well, and he's writhing in pain, grabbing his neck and his face. Alright, so next is Morvine.
Alright, I'm going to go.
You can actually move if you want to move to the left. You won't be hampered by that half wall. You'll be able to squeeze in that area,
Okay.
and the square down to the lower left of you too, or to the upper left of you.
Well, I shouldn't. I mean, I guess I should have to be able to see him from
Yeah,
where I am.
you can see both.
Pretty
Yeah,
good right now. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I hear Oddup cry out behind me, so I turn around and see this ooze, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it with my hand crossbow.
Okay, and don't forget you guys have inspiration too. So, all right, fire away, sir. Nice hit, definitely a hit. Ooh, nice max damage. And as your arrow hits, you can just see as the the ooze is there for several seconds because you hit it rather quickly. You can see that the actual tip of the arrow starts to dissolve and ooze out of the wound, but the wood is still there.
Okay,
As
and
it
as my
sizzles.
bonus action,
Mhm.
I am going to throw a healing word on Oddup.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, he thanks you for that too. Very good. Thank you. Oh, he appreciates it. Ah, thank you. Anything else for you?
I'll just kind of call out. It's like, hey, there's one behind us too.
Ah, good job. Brother Echo.
If I wanted to smack this ooze with my torch, what kind of woe would I have to do? Instead of, because I seen when Al pulled his short sword out, how his sword was kind of like warped and all that stuff. If I wanted to smack it with my torch, how would that work?
You could do that. I mean, with your torch, it'll probably put the torch out if you swing it. I mean, if you wanted to do that, you could probably put you in pure darkness. But you can attack if you want.
Does Al's sword of warning put off any light?
It does put off. What does it put off? Like 10 foot of magical light or 20 foot of magical light. It is glowing, so.
So, how far of light does your sword put out?
I don't think it says, but let me look.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says it alerts, magically awakens you and your companions. But it doesn't say anything about
It'll probably
light.
telepathically tell you. I would imagine it would probably telepathically tell you. That's what I would think. Because if you're sleeping, how is it? That's the only way that it's going to tell you is by telling you get up. So yeah, I would say that it doesn't glow. It would basically warn you telepathically.
So then, do I need to be holding it like all the time when I'm like sleeping and everything to be warned, or?
I mean, that's just gray area that
Just on your person.
Yeah,
If it's on your sword belt or something, that's on your person.
Yeah, well, we'll just say if it's on it's on you. I mean, that's just fine. I mean, I don't agree with that, to be honest. If you're not wielding something, you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't benefit from the power, but that's just.
It might be
just
because that weapon requires attunement, so maybe because of attunement.
And it's telepathic. It's not really like. I mean, it could warn. It warns my whole group.
Yeah, within 30
it says
feet.
It warns the whole group within 30 feet. So, yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't explain it very well. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be conceived in many different ways. So, yeah, as long as this is on you, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't say anything about the light though.
Yeah, it's definitely not glowing. Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna sheathe my short sword and pull out my hand crossbow.
Okay, all right. And are you gonna attack this guy in front of you?
Yeah, go ahead. Use number 3.
All right, do that with disadvantage because you're within reach of that. So. Still a hit with disadvantage. A 9. 9 damage. All right. This ooze sort of like just exhales, just deflates, and then it kind of just sinks down into the foot of water below you. Just kind of disappears. All right. Anything else for you, Brother Echo?
How high is the ceiling?
About 10, 12 foot. 10 on the side, about 12 foot in the middle.
How are the side of the walls? Am I able to use my
smooth stone? It's smooth stone or rough stone. Sort of like a mixture of both.
Okay, so I can get a clear shot at the other one for the next round. I'm gonna kind of like go to this wall, and then go up about. What do you say the ceiling's about 10 feet?
It's about 10 foot, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get kind of close to the ceiling so I can shoot down onto the ooze.
Okay, you're gonna be standing straight across.
I'm gonna kind of be like in a little Spider-Man cloud on the wall,
Okay, gotcha.
and that'll be my turn.
All right, Edith.
Alright, well, assuming we saw the weapon damage that the ooze did, it's gonna look at the long sword and say, well, that's a whole bunch of nope. And,
Let's see. Do you think you noticed it about 10 foot away?
well, it happened on sides of her.
Yeah. Sure. Well,
So either way she's looking, she's gotta see it.
Sounds good to me.
At least once. So she's gonna put that away and take out the short sword that she stole in Velkenvelf
All right.
and get as close to this ooze as she can. See her.
Yeah, you can move down with no movement penalty, no squeezing, nothing like that. You can just move down if you want.
I'm tiny, I can get in that corner, right?
Yep, sure can.
Alright. And we're gonna swing with that sword short, because who cares if it gets ruined? It wasn't hers to begin with.
Some poor drows. That's a hit.
And I don't know why that didn't hit the, I hit control in the ooze.
Yeah, just drop your damage on it. You'll be alright.
Alright.
Alright, it's 8 damage. Very nice. Looks like it's been damaged pretty badly. It's starting to lose its form. Anything else for you?
Nope, I think we're dead.
Alright. Let's see. Looks like we're...
Is Oddup not fighting, or does he have nothing to fight with right now?
No, I'm going back up to him. No, he's got a war pick. I was just I needed to change the faction to Turvy. All right, so Oddup is going to attack this gray ooze with a. Actually, he's going to take the hand crossbow and fire at him. That's what I was doing with Turvy. So I'll attack with disadvantage. So the attack on the gray ooze is still a hit with a 19.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Minimum damage, 3 damage. Not too bad. It's the ooze is in pretty bad shape. All right, let's see. Al, you're back up. I was wanting to cough there for a second. I was like, no, don't cough. Verve, we're using Fantasy Grounds.
I don't know if there's really any room for me to get in there, is there?
No, not really. But if you have a ranged weapon, you could pull a ranged weapon out with your movement and shoot, and you'll get a -2 because of all of the traffic. But I mean, you
So,
still have
but
a
I can
chance.
actually get him from that angle.
Yeah, sure. Why
That
not?
wall's not in the way. Okay.
If
okay.
you move over a couple, yeah, you're gonna have to move over a couple.
I can
though.
move and then draw my.
Yeah,
can move over and
absolutely.
then draw. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because pulling a weapon's automatically part of your movement, so which is
Okay.
really nice.
Then I'll shoot him with my longbow from here.
Okay.
So -2 in the
Yep,
modifier,
and the modifier
box.
box. You got it. Just like riding a bike, guys. You guys are doing fine.
Yeah.
That's a hit. Probably take him out. Yep, he goes down. As it deflates. You guys are out of combat.
And that's what you get for damaging my sword.
Yeah, you
I'm gonna
look at
give,
oh,
Oddup one of
yeah.
my potions here.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of looking at your blade out, and it looks it definitely looks warped. So it's going to need to be fixed, or just find another sword.
Well, I've still got my other normal sword from before Mick the Peddler came by, so I could switch to that one. But I want to wait until we're out of the temple in case we run across any more of these, and then switch to it, so I at least have something good to use afterwards.
Oh, Mick the Peddler. He chose some pretty good items for you guys.
He did, he really did.
I don't know why I was thinking that sword lit up. I don't know where I was.
Because we were thinking of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
We were thinking-
exactly.
Yeah,
That's what popped
Sting,
in my head
yeah.
as soon as I saw it. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's telepathic, not light. So
Yeah, that's why it exactly says on your person.
See, I was thinking more of Who Framed Roger Rabbit when they had the shining sword that sang like Frank Sinatra.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. So what say you guys as the water seems to be trickling a little bit faster down that waterfall on the north wall?
well, first I want to apologize for taking us the wrong direction.
There's
and
no-
I think
there's no wrong
We should follow
direction.
the water down. Hey, I led us into a fight.
Yeah, dead ends with fights is the wrong direction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the wrong direction.
Oddup just laughs and says, there's no wrong way when you're exploring."
So you have no idea where you left your stuff? Is it? Can you give us some hint which way to go? I mean, I guess there's only one way left now, but
All you had to do was ask me, and yeah, it's straight. It's the other way.
all right. Well, I guess
He
I'm gonna
laughs a little
get
bit.
back
Yeah, no
in the
shit.
lead here. Don't want to get too far from Echo, so he can still see me.
Yeah, climb down
No,
the
his
wall.
Sarlacc, his
Start
torch isn't
following
out.
again.
Yeah, his torch isn't out. He never attacked with it. If he would have attacked with it, then yeah, it would have went out. All right, so yeah, about 25 feet in front of you, Al, you can see that this room kind of it's a room that kind of opens up.
All right, guys. It looks like it opens up here. I'm gonna poke my head out and see if there's anything out there.
Yeah, you look at the room. It's like a 15 by 15 foot room, and water is also accumulating out of a few spots in the wall. That water is literally pouring out of it, and now the water now that's traveling is about twice as deep as it was. So it's probably up to about the top of your foot now, as the water seems like it is definitely rising up. Still, the torch is very dim because of the lack of oxygen. Now, you can see that to the north, there is a corridor, Al.
Looks like it only goes one direction out of this room.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Do we see anything in this room, or is it just the water? There's no.
Yeah, there's like I said, where the two pools are in each corner, the northwest corner and the southeast corner, there's like large breaks in the wall, and there's water pouring out onto the floor. The water's a little bit deeper in here, but as you look to the north, it looks like it's catching a lot of the water, and down this corridor to the north, you can see a lot of you can see like looks like a sort of like a skeleton that's kind of dangling in the air. You know, you can see the skeleton kind of turning around and back and forth, almost like he's dancing, and this skeleton looks like he's also holding a very large mace, also a one-handed mace, and it looks like some coins are glittering because, you know, as Brother Eco kind of moves into the room a little bit with his torch, the light's kind of reflecting down into the northern hall, and you can actually start to see what looks like glitter at first, and you're going, what in the F is that? But then you can see that it's actually coins that are kind of floating around the skeleton as it looks like it's kind of dancing there